Well, Colorado didn't exactly pan out occupationally for us. Beautiful state, liked it.
Yeah, just not the job.
So now we're headed to Washington State, so try that.
But instead of going straight to Washington State, we are going to do a very weirdly shaped U.
We're just outside the gate of Zion in Utah.
That's like a roller coaster.
Get off the road. One tire did come off a little. Hope we don't lose all the shit on the roof.
It's all strapped down.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
One thing is strapped down up there. The rest is just held by gravity. Or by the flat earth theory that the flat pancake of the earth is just forcing up it through gravity at 9.8 meters per second. It's not actually gravity, it's just that the planet is flat and moving straight up.
So, we are coming to Zion through the east entrance going west. Would you like to provide commentary, Chris?
I sure would. Thanks, Elizabeth. The first thing you're going to approach after coming through the gates on your left is Checkerboard Mesa. Fun fact, in Spanish means checkerboard table. As we come through, we're going to look for a place to stop where there's no other people, where we can kind of relax and hopefully not see any other cars. But if there are, we'll count them on the way through with a fun little sound effect. That shouldn't get too old. Pretty easy.
Those are good. Ooh.
Elizabeth,
I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
you're making it very hard.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
You're making it.
You're so good.
Okay, now we can do a little talking now that there's no cars in the way. Zion National Park was founded sometime in the 20th century in the state of Utah. There's a lot of people here, even though in November, and I can't stand people, so, oh shit. So we tried to find somewhere to pull off where there weren't any people. But we weren't able to do that. Because it was a very busy day here at Zion. Even though it was in November, we thought it was the off season, but it was not. So we started looking for looking for a place to pull off where we could take a hike, maybe put the drone in the air. But then we realized that you can't fly a drone in a national park. And as you can see, there's not too many people here. Okay, well that's the exit of the park. We didn't really find anywhere, so we're going to continue heading west.
So it's really just that scenic byway, or you have to ride the shuttle to get to any of the other cool places. The Red Cliffs Conservation Area is not very far from Zion once you get out of, it's like State Route 9. So we came in the east entrance and then popped out and went along I-15, and now we're here. We're gonna try to go now since hopefully it's less busy, but we'll see.
And I was just busy reading the sign right here, which we're parked next to see if our National Park Pass works here, which it does, an annual pass works here. Otherwise, it's $5 a day.
Where's Chris? There he is!
Last night I told you
go in the hole?
what I've been up to. It was so hard, and I was on back, cause I always knew it'd break your heart. No, I don't ever wanna see you hurt like you did back then. So I'll try to keep my distance, hold it back and just pretend. Alone is better than making you cry when you've already cried too much. Alone is better than breaking your heart when it's already broken up. I know that I'm to blame, and it's killing me knowing I'm killing you. Alone. So now you know it. Your eyes are rolling, you just laugh at me. We order up another drink. Like they said, some things never change. But you don't ever wanna feel the hurt like you did back then. So you try to keep your distance, hold it back and just pretend. Alone.
Well, good morning, campers!
Good morning.
Drones aren't allowed in Death Valley National Park, as in a lot of national parks, so we have to find a way to make similar shots.
So Chris and I rolled into Death Valley at about 9:30 at night and found a camp spot in the middle of nowhere on Cottonwood Road. This particular road that we chose to camp on, you can't camp for the first 8 miles that you're on the road, so you have to wait until you get past the 8-mile marker, and then you can camp all along. And we ended up finding a huge cave, which I think is a popular camping spot for the few that know it exists.
Don't be that guy. Leave me your trash.
At least burn it after.
Do something. You're not supposed to have a fire in here anyway, but to have the fire and leave trash in.
There's no camping within a mile of a paved road, and they call this primitive camping, and if you are primitive camping, then you can't have a campfire either. The camping is very strict in Death Valley National Park, so I highly recommend getting one of their official maps and trying to scout out ahead of time which area you want to camp.
So we made it to the end of Cottonwood Canyon, and I'm no nature scientist, but we're pretty sure that
These are
those are cottonwoods.
You didn't let me bring my tree book.
Because I'm not a nerd. But we're pretty sure that those are cottonwoods, and they're very pretty. And there was no trees for like 12 miles, and all of a sudden there's trees. So that would make sense for this to be Cottonwood Canyon. Yeah, we're not sure on the distance. You can't camp for the first 8 miles, so we know we camped around 9 miles in. This is probably 14 miles or so to the end from the pavement to here.
Yeah.
It takes a long time. You're going about 10 miles an hour. The first 8 or 10 miles are fine for a CUV or a regular car. Got a little rockier towards the end. Don't really need 4-wheel drive, but you definitely need high clearance towards the end.
And in the beginning, be prepared for like washboard roads. It's miserable.
For the first 8 miles, it's really washboardy, as you'll see right here. But other than that, it's not bad. There's sand, soft sand. We didn't encounter soft sand. We just encountered really hard-packed washboard sand, which I think is more annoying to drive on. But really neat areas to camp up here. Can't have a campfire, but dispersed camping's allowed.
If you don't like people, do something along the lines of what we did, because otherwise all these campgrounds, you're on top of another person. You don't have any privacy. It's all flat.
Yep, so the drive's worth it. Mesa. Damn it.
And traveling west through Zion. Would you like... Oh,
Damn it. This one's worse.